Hi everyone, I'm FM Greeno and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Last time we were together, we made our way up to Aberdeen, which is about as far north as we could get in the UK. We've since made our way down to Carlisle and we're going to try and find a job today that pays well enough for us to start seriously thinking about upgrading our garage. Let's go and see what's available. So here are the jobs that are available out of Carlisle currently. Some pretty good paying ones around. Some gas pipeline parts, which you could take to Bergen in Norway. That's quite a convoluted route, mind, involving a couple of ferries. Soy milk also going to Bergen pays pretty well. But I think this top job is the one that we ought to go for. Taking a pressure tank from Carlisle to Luxembourg. Obviously there's a short ferry journey involved in that, just going across from Dover or somewhere like that across to Calais. The rest of it's all driving, about a 14-hour trip time. Quite a lengthy drive. But yeah, this one should be pretty cool. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go and get it set up. So we're all hooked up and making our way through Carlisle right now. Carlisle, for those of you who don't know, is a town in the northwest of England, pretty close to the Lake District. So once we get out of the town, we might see some nice scenery for a little while, and then I guess it's going to be mostly motorway driving all the way down past Manchester, Birmingham, London, all the way down to the south coast of England before we get on the ferry. So how exciting that's going to look, I don't know, but hopefully we'll see some interesting stuff along the way. So we're outside of the town, and as you can see, this is the Lake District of the UK. Pretty interesting rolling countryside, not quite mountains but pretty hilly. Some fairly distinctive dry stone walls there you can see on the left and right as we're heading through this area that something this area is renowned for. Walls built out of stones with no cement or mortar or anything to hold them together. It's quite an art form. And it looks like we're about to head straight onto the motorway here, the M6, so we are not going to catch much of the local countryside, I don't suppose. So typical UK motorway driving here. We've hit some roadworks. The speed limit has come down to 50 miles an hour, which is 80 kilometers an hour. This is not unfamiliar to anybody who spent any time on the UK motorway network. It's still pretty nice around. There's plenty of trees and hills. We're coming up to 12:30 on a Friday lunchtime, which again, anyone who's driven around the UK, if you're heading from sort of Carlisle south, you're going to hit Birmingham around rush hour, which is something nobody wants to do. I'm hoping they haven't built that into the game. I don't really want to be sat in a couple of hours of solid traffic around Birmingham if I can help it, but we'll see. We're pretty well off in terms of sleep and fuel right now, so I'm guessing we ought to be able to get through till kind of 7, maybe 8 PM, something along those lines, before we need to take a rest. So that might get us down through most of the UK, I would have thought. There's about 13.5 hours left of the drive in total, so yeah, with good luck and a following wind, we might be able to just take one rest to be able to complete this trip. If not, then I guess we'll have to take another one right near the end, but we'll see. So, we are just kind of passing by Birmingham right now. For anyone who's ever done this drive in real life, it's a little greener than than you might expect. No chance of seeing Walsall Football Club or Villa Park, it doesn't appear, which are two you can normally see when you're driving past Birmingham. But obviously this is the spiritual home of creators such as Salmon FM and of course the mighty FM Llama, so we'll be waving to them on the way past, saying hello. We're making pretty good progress. Again, not quite getting caught out by all of these changes in speed on the motorway. I'm getting quite a lot of these areas where it is dropping down to 50 miles an hour. And really without much warning. So it's normally when you get areas like this where the motorway is quite heavily curved, which it seems to be quite a lot on the British motorway network here in game. I don't know if that's something that's true in real life. It's not something I've really noticed too much driving that motorway network, but perhaps it is.
Exit left.
But yeah, we're getting past Birmingham now. We're making good time. It's around 4 PM. And yeah, next stop will be coming up towards London, I suppose. So on we go. Well, this is a novelty. We have hit the M25 at around 5:30 on a Friday evening, and it's not gridlocked. So this is, yeah, most pleasant. I'm glad they have definitely not extended that kind of level of realism into the game, because driving round London on the M25 on a Friday evening is, yeah, you have to expect things to take a while, that's for sure. But here, the skies are clear, no rain, the roads are clear. Our guy is starting to get towards the tired stage, I would say. So whether we're going to make it all the way to the coast
and then continue straight on
before we need to take a rest, I'm not sure. We'll have to see how we go. I'm not quite sure how far away the port is that we're going to be going from. I assume we're going from Dover. But we'll see. If we have to stop, we have to stop. I'm kind of interested whether going on the ferry means you get a rest. Because, of course, it's a very short ferry journey from the UK across to France. Certainly from this part of the world, like an hour or two at most, I'd say.
And then continue straight on.
So I don't know how refreshed you're going to get in that period of time, but
Go straight
yeah,
on.
if we make it all the way there without having a rest, I guess we'll find out. So we're just crossing the kind of Thames estuary, so trying not to crash. My guy did just start to yawn then, so whether we're going to make it all the way to the coast or not, I'm really not sure, but I'm going to give it a go. If it turns red, then maybe we're going to have to stop, but there is a rest stop coming up just now. I'm going to go past it and hope for the best. We'll see how that pans out. There he goes again. Well, my little experiment hasn't exactly paid off. As you can see, the sleepy gauge has turned red. Around the same time it did that, it started raining pretty heavily, bit of thunder. And coming up to the turn-off from the motorway, unfortunately my guy was not reacting as instructed due to the fatigue. So we did have a little bit of a scrape along one of the barriers along the side of the turn-off. We've done a little bit of damage to the truck, 4% of damage. So unfortunately we're going to have to pay for that at some point. Which is a shame, and I don't know where we're going to stop for a nap now. There doesn't seem to be anything on the map here. I'm hoping we're pretty close to the port, and you never know, we might still make it, but whether we make it without more incident, I don't know, because we're kind of pushing the boundaries a bit here. Let's wait and see. Wrong way, offence. We've gone the wrong way, it says. So I don't know whether we need to back up or something here. I don't know how we've managed that. Ah, because we need to go... We need to go down there, perhaps? Not quite sure where our entrance to the train here would be. Let's try down there, see if we can get... Oh, is it maybe because I'm on the wrong side of the road? That could be it, but maybe it's because we need to go down here. You can stop there, little lorry. Don't crash into me. Let's try seeing if we can get on the train here. So we're going on the Channel Tunnel. By hook or by crook, we've made it here. I'm not quite sure how. But we'll see if my theory about having a rest on the train works. We've just got to manoeuvre the car, even the lorry, onto the train. Like this. You can see how tired we're getting from the way my guy is reacting. Right, and we just press that. We choose the Folkestone to Calais trip. Now, it's only 35 minutes, so I'm absolutely sure we will come off of this just as tired as we started out. But let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we're absolutely bushed. So, we need to try and find somewhere to rest ASAP. Now, normally, when you come off at the ferry, at least, there are parking places. Whether there are here at the Channel Tunnel terminal or not, I don't know. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting few minutes trying to find somewhere to rest if we can. It's 35 minutes. Doesn't look like we've had any shut-eye on the train. So with a bit of luck, we'll just find somewhere that we can sneak off, have a little nap, and get back on the road again. Because, yeah, I definitely don't want to be going too far now. That's for sure. So we made it out of the Channel Tunnel terminal. Unfortunately, there were no bays where you could have a sleep anywhere. And so we're back out on the open road. We are getting tired and should find a parking place to rest. Has come up as a message about 6 times. Well, we've got an avoiding sleeping offence of €160. I'm not avoiding it, I just can't find anywhere to do it. I mean, strictly speaking, I did avoid it in the first place, but I would love to find somewhere to sleep. We're getting low on fuel. Absolutely knackered.
Go straight on.
And I can't find a service station anywhere. So, yeah. Maybe I should have just had a kip in England. That would have been a far more sensible thing to do. Anyway, it is what it is. With a bit of luck, it's not going to be too long before we can find somewhere to rest, because the controls are getting very, very tricky right now. Every little thing I do is either a delay in the movement, or it doesn't happen at all, or or it overcompensates. So yeah, it's a bit like driving tired in real life, I guess. So yeah, I don't want to be doing this for much longer, that's for sure. Find me a service station somewhere, anywhere. Finally, I have got somewhere. I'm currently filling up the tank with diesel. It's, what is it now? 10:30 on Friday night, so we've been driving a long time. We are now finally going to find a place to park up and have a rest. I'm not quite sure exactly where the parking space is. I might just kind of abandon it over here where the car parking spaces are. See if I can do that. Another avoiding sleep offence. I'm here. I'm not avoiding it. I want to sleep. Where can I sleep? Let me sleep. Where is it? Where's the lorry spaces? Are they over there, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Right, we're sorted. Finally. Finally, we're going to be in the right place to get a bit of kip. There we go. Some well-earned rest there, that's for sure. So here we are the following morning. Start the engine up. Let's see, it's stopped raining by the looks of it, which is nice. So we can turn the wipers off. And this gives us an opportunity to have a look at the load we're carrying, as you can see here. That's the tanks we've got on the back. Pretty cool looking little load. Might even take a photo of that for the thumbnail. Not a bad shout, that. There we go. So let's get back in the truck and get back on the road. Okay, so it's a beautiful morning here in northern France. It's just after 8:30 a.m. No rain. Things going pretty smoothly. I think on reflection, my experiment didn't exactly pay off, but at least I know now that, I guess, unless you're on a much longer kind of ferry trip, like the ones across to Scandinavia from northern England or something along those lines, you can't use that as your opportunity to get a rest. So we'll rest before we get the Channel Tunnel next time in that situation. Obviously, we did a bit of damage to the truck in the experiment, so it didn't come without its cost. But lesson learned nonetheless. So we've got about 3 hours left to go. A little bit of cloud cover coming by the looks of it, so hopefully that's not going to bring rain with it, because it's much nicer driving when it's not raining. It looks like we are leaving France now. We are going to nip into Belgium for a little while on our way down to Luxembourg. So we're now leaving Belgium and heading into Luxembourg. Only about 25 minutes of the drive left. Of course, Luxembourg is only a small country, so wherever you enter it from, I guess there's not very far left to go on the delivery. I think overall, I'm fairly satisfied with the way this drive has gone. Could have done without dinging the truck, of course, but you know, it's part of that tiredness experiment, so I guess it happens. I think it's probably going to cost us around 4,000 or 5,000 euros to put right, so it's not the end of the world. But other than that, it's been relatively smooth. Those couple of fines that got picked up for the tiredness offences and missing the entrance to the Channel Tunnel, I think they totaled just over 400 euros, so not the end of the world. But we've not picked up any speeding fines, we've not picked up any fines for crashing into anyone, so that's pretty helpful. So there's only about 9 minutes left of this drive now. I think this was about 39,000 euros or something along those lines, wasn't it, this job? So that's going to put us above 180,000, which is what we need to do the upgrade on the garage, which is good. What I think I'm probably going to do is another drive, maybe 2 short ones offline,
to turn left,
just to build up a little bit more of a slush fund, so that we can kind of comfortably do that garage upgrade. A couple of runs after that, and that's when we'll be thinking about getting a second truck for the business and hiring our first driver. So yeah, plenty to look forward to in the next couple of episodes, I would say.
turn left,
We're really close to our final destination here, literally just round a couple of corners. Let's take this first one, hope for no incident on the last little leg of this journey. Luxembourg looks a reasonable little place, doesn't it?
keep left, and then turn left,
Okay, so here we go. Last turn coming up.
turn left,
And then looks like we're here. Surprised to see this kind of industrial place in a place like Luxembourg. It's kind of a place you'd kind of
This is
more
where it
associate with financial stuff and whatever, I guess, but I suppose they have to have these kind of facilities for us to deliver to. I didn't even spot where that was supposed to be going then, did you? Maybe it's up the end here somewhere. I just kind of, without thinking, just pressed, yeah, we're going to go and park it here, and didn't even look where it was. So, is it just up here? Yeah, there we go. Not too difficult, that one. We'll just swing it round this corner, straighten up, and in we go. Going to turn green. There we are. Perfect. A nice easy bit of parking. And that is another job completed. So let's see what the results of that were. Oh, there we are. 38,678 euros. A bunch more experience points. So where does that leave us now? So we've got 186,000 euros in the bank. So like I say, another job or two in the background, and then we'll come back in the next episode and we'll make that upgrade to the garage. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was certainly eventful enough, I think, for what I thought might be quite a long, boring motorway drive. Yeah, some of the slightly foolish decisions I made it a bit more interesting, I think. If you did enjoy it, please drop a like on there for me. Of course, that helps me get seen by more people. And if you've got any comments about this episode or the series as a whole so far, I would love to see them below. And don't forget, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, click on that button and come and hop on the Greenobus. There's plenty of room for you all. It just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon for some more action here with Euro Truck Simulator 2. Bye for now.